your horror movie podcast.
This will probably look good. I'm just trying to get a pump on. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
No.
What are you sitting on?
No, that's not what I meant. I was just, trying to work out the arms real fast.
You got more than one microphone?
We're recording.
Yes, we are.
All right. Welcome back, Hack Stab Slash. This year is 1989, and we're taking you to the grocery store. That's right. Hit us up, follow us, and we're hitting up the supermarket sweepstakes. We're cutting all prices in half. You need some soy milk? We got it. You need that whole milk? We got it. You need that bread? We got it. Look, Justin's in the cereal aisle trying to hook up that Count Chocula.
One might say we're slashing prices.
Giggity. Really chopping up that butcher's block. This is horrible.
That was
bad. In my head, it sounded a lot better, and I fumbled it.
It's all right.
Yeah,
it happens.
It happens. It happens. But
it happens. Yeah.
You guys ready to talk about this? This
are we ready to get into this?
I'm definitely ready. Let's open up those doors to the supermarket here.
Waterboy, is this your first time seeing it?
It was my first time seeing it, and honestly,
what?
Yeah, insane. I know, Sam Raimi.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say my expectation rating and Justin's is pretty freaking dope. So, Waterboy, since it's y'all first time watching it, why don't you tell us what you expected going into it? And hopefully you didn't watch a trailer because they literally tell you who the fucking killer is like twice.
That's absurd.
So I didn't watch anything on it. I just went into this completely unknowing of anything about this movie, and I was gonna give it like a 6 starting just because I wasn't sure what I was going to get myself into. Some 80s movies are either really hit or misses. So I went ahead and gave an expectation rating of a 6. I'm going to tell you it did change. Let's get into that and we'll see which way that
we'll
went.
See which way Waterboy goes.
Exactly. Will it go up or will it go down?
It depends.
Well, I hope it goes down. If it doesn't in 4 hours, then you should probably call a doctor.
Oh boy!
Great.
All right, who's taking us away, Justin? Are you starting off?
Yeah,
come on, bro. Bring me up, bro. I've been in this fucking express lane for more than 30 minutes.
Oh man! All right. I'll ring you up, man. I'm sorry. Hold on.
All right, dude. How much are these bananas?
All right, you guys ever the bananas? We actually got a banana sale right now.
What's the code for bananas, Justin?
I don't. I do eat a lot of bananas.
NAS.
Oh my god, dude, this shit is bananas. All right. Have either one of you guys worked in a grocery store?
No.
All right, I just wanted to start there because I have, and this reminded me of being a teenager working at a grocery store, especially like when you're closing the shop. I remember those shifts where you'd work to 10 o'clock and you'd close the shop down. So the nostalgia I feel in this movie. Let's get into it. Anyway, 15
Justin,
minutes.
have you ever started an entire aisle just full of ketchup?
Oh, dude,
that's where it all started.
It's where it all started. It's where it all started. All those different condiments. You know how excited it was? I worked grocery. I started up front and I was awful. I would drop everyone's stuff when I was a bagger. So I went right to grocery and I crushed it in grocery. All right, let's get into this. 15 minutes to closing, we hear over the loudspeaker as we welcome to Walnut Lake Market. We meet 2 cashiers, Jen and Linda, and we see Linda go outside to get the carts, but we see the POV right away that she is being watched. Is it a killer? I don't know, but what I do know is a cart got pushed into her, but there was nobody there as we see the empty shopping cart go around. Back into the store now, we got a jealous ex-boyfriend named Craig, and this dude is absolutely pissed off. He is arguing with Jen and freaking out on her. He actually grabs her and he hits her. Like we're like 2 minutes in this movie.
I was just gonna say he's not just jealous. This dude is a complete psychopath.
Completely.
He friggin' hits her. Right then, he is attacked by 5 different employees, and we have a fight. And this dude must be like a ninja or something because he actually kicks all their asses. And
dude, what?
He just took on 5 guys. Embarrassed the hell out of him. That was a pathetic fight.
Jesus.
And he is gone. So now we have a search party. Every single person is searching for them. As we're searching for them, a few of the people we meet is Produce Joe and Randy. And I bring this up because pretty cool that Produce Joe is actually Ted Raimi and Randy is Sam Raimi. So pretty badass. We get both of them in there. Anyway, so one of the guys looking.
Did you catch what Produce Joe said?
No.
When he goes back there and he's like, yeah, we just got into a fight with Craig. And he like says his last name. He's like, yeah, him. And Produce Joe was like, yeah, I got into a fight with him. I kicked his ass real good. And he's like, oh, well, he's still here. And he's like, wait, he's still here?
Produce Joe kills it in this movie. Even though he doesn't have like a lot of lines, he's just funny even just watching him go throughout the store.
He's the king of cutscenes in this movie. I'm just going to say that.
It's ridiculous. Anyway, so where is Craig? We don't know. Dave says, you know what? He's in the attic. So everyone now is searching for him as Jen calls the cops. And as she's about to call the cops, freaking Craig finds her and he wants change from his cigarettes. He is pissed that he didn't get the change. He hangs up on the cops. Also, kind of a weird that they left Jen alone. Like everyone else is all search party.
Yeah. But and why does she have exact change in her pocket?
Yeah, she had the change just like hanging out in her pocket.
I mean, granted, I know her ass probably pulled him out and just kind of like, here, take whatever the fuck is in my pocket and get away from me. But
definitely a weird strategy to you to leave the damsel in distress alone. But anyway, at this point, we have 5 guys all pull him off her, and they kick him out of the store. They call the cops. She says the squad car is coming by as soon as possible. And at this point, Bill and Danny, we see that the owners of the store come down and basically say how proud they are that they handled them. And one of the kids say, oh, you know what? Can we get a raise? Well, guess what? Life comes at you fast because as he says, can we get a raise? He says, actually, about that, we're selling the store and you guys are all going to be out of jobs. So
can we just insert Dave Chappelle go, gotcha, bitch?
Yeah, like, wow, that comes at you fast. So, Jesus. Okay, so now at this point, the store is closed now, and we also see another POV shot of someone watching from outside. We get a few phone calls now. Jen's answering, freaking out because she can't understand what this guy is saying, some threats and stuff. She tells him I called the police. We find out that she dated Craig for 2 months a year ago, but he's been in prison because this dude accidentally killed someone in a bar fight. And at this point, now we see Craig at the door watching. And we get another phone call. It's a false alarm. We have a few more POV teasers outside. We see Jen find like an "I love you" note written on like one of the price tags. And
Dustin, I love how you narrate.
Well,
we got a couple more POV teasers followed with a love note.
Oh my god,
dude! I gotta say, I fucking love the cinematography in this movie. The shots that they do in this.
I love it. Yeah, like I said, never mind. Just like, the feels I have for this movie, man. The feels. We see Dave, one of the guys that work at the store now. He has a nice moment alone with Jen. He asks Jen out for Saturday, and then we meet Bub, who's might be the worst acting I've ever seen in my whole entire life. What is wrong with this guy? Absolutely love it too. By the way, it was the most ridiculous cheesy act. He tells him basically Craig is addicted to drugs. He was selling to drugs. They used to be friends, but this dude's like so burnt out. I don't know. It's hilarious. Just some more of an insight of how crazy this Craig is. And then all of a sudden we get break time. Boom. Who's next?
Boom.
Boom.
It's my turn. Now that we've been beat in the head with the Hamilton Beach blender, we get a lunch break, more of a midnight snack in the break room, if you will. But Bill decides to share a friendly story about being a volunteer firefighter. He tells the group about a guy named Parker who joined him on a call when they were looking for a decapitated head at an accident scene. And while they were all looking for it, this dude Parker just kept eating a sandwich because he was hungry. And he was so undisturbed by finding this decapitated head that he walked back with the head in one hand and his hamburger in the other hand, just still going to town. I could picture Justin doing something like that.
Definitely. Justin would do it.
Now we get a knock, 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 if you will, and the cops are at the door and the group rush to let them in. They begin to have a quick chat about Craig, and the officer goes to leave a card behind for them to get in contact with him, but he struggles and keeps pulling out the wrong card. And you can even, like, these cops look like your typical 80s buffoons, and you can even hear the clerk go, they couldn't catch a cold. We get Justin's favorite POV scenes of someone outside the market. Linda is freaked out and she's asking, like, who's there? Who's there? She opens up her trunk now to load in some groceries, only to be met with a giant knife. We don't get to see this kill, which sucks. But like I just said to Justin, we get a seamless, beautiful transition into Produce Joe cutting into some watermelon.
Yes.
It was perfect. And honestly, seeing the scene, I was expecting that it was going to be some of the typical 80s where you don't really see the kills. But we'll see.
Yeah, it starts off like that, right? You're
Yeah.
gonna be like, it's gonna be some weak kills in this movie.
Now we go to like the front office above the grocery store where Bill and Danny are arguing over signing the contracts to sell this grocery store. And you can tell it's stressing them both out to the max. And even Bill said it earlier when everyone was talking at the cash register that this store is his baby. This is his home away from home. He's been there for what did he say, 10 or 11 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
over a decade.
Now we get Bill walking up and down the corridors with the hammer. And he has this like intensely awkward stare down with the cooler door.
That was
And it doesn't like lead up to anything, but he continues to go around the store and he even gets scared by a stray dog. And then we get a good old fashioned rumble between him and our man Craig. And guess what, guys? We get another jump scare.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Thank you. Sorry.
Oh,
Shit, my bad.
That was awesome.
that was perfect.
Oh,
But now we get another, not a jump scare, but another seamless transition shot to Produce Joe yet again, who's still going hard on his job with his headphones on, and he's just completely oblivious to the world. No idea what's going on around him. But now we're with Bub, and he's sneaking a beer in the cooler. And then we go right back and we see Dan sits down at his office desk. This dude is like stressed. He's got that like really shitty yellow light from the 80s on his desk. You know what I'm talking about, guys?
I know what you're talking about.
Smoking a cigarette. He just poured himself a fucking drink. Like you could tell this guy is not having a good night. And almost immediately he is choked from behind and he's struggling and he's even tapping the intercom, like trying to get like call for help. And everyone's kind of laughing at him. They're like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. Blah, 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 blah. Our killer unsuccessfully chokes him out. And Danny gets what I think is a pretty gnarly kill. The killer grabs the back of his head and just like slowly pushes his face and his eye socket into a receipt spike. If you don't know what a receipt spike is, it's about 6 or 7 inches, like a giant nail that people back in the day when they were marking their receipts and all that shit, they would put it on there and it would just hold everything in place. And this shit goes right through his eye and into his brain.
Crazy kill.
So good.
Jen's a bit jumpy now because her nose won't stop bleeding. We get a phone call from Teddy, the boyfriend, and Linda's not back yet, and he's concerned. So what better way to calm your nerves than to just go make out with your coworker?
It's a perfect thing to do.
All this shit's going on. So let's kiss and laugh and make out on the checkout table. And we even get a POV shot in the distance from our killer. We get a cool little jump scare now that happens with Randy, who sticks his fingers in like a jar of olives. But instead of an olive, he almost grabs like an eyeball.
Yeah.
Bear with me.
Wait, there's a bear with you?
Yeah, dude.
That's so stupid.
He's a Bruins fan.
That's so stupid. Oh my God. That's so dumb. I'm actually laughing. I thought that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You guys stop laughing at me.
Oh,
All right.
oh my God.
Let's get our shit together and let's go back to Produce Joe.
All right.
This is whose headphones are turned all the way up to 10. And then just like everything else in this store, you know, half price, he gets fucking cut in half. This killer takes like a butcher's knife, smashes him right into the head. Talk about a fucking headache. Splitting his headphones right in half. Dave goes to look for Danny and Bill, and when you see a shadow that could be the killer, getting ready to pounce. Instead, we get a small jump scare of a ladder falling onto him. What stupid idiot put that? But before he can finish the sentence, he realizes that he's the stupid idiot that put the ladder there and shrugs it off and just walks away.
That's just
Seriously. Now we get Tim out back making up. Tim's back out back. Wow. Sorry, guys.
You wanna go get some water?
I have a coffee I've been drinking.
Oh.
It's like a scratch.
Oh,
You're drinking a
fucking
coffee at 7 p.m.? The fuck is wrong with you? Why?
It's delicious.
Why would you drink coffee at 7 p.m.?
bro,
Because
I've
it's
got work tomorrow,
delicious.
and I'm drinking
Oh
a
my
rain,
God,
bro.
what? It's 7. Oh, hold on.
Coffee doesn't get me like energized like that.
No, see,
All
I need to drink like 4 of these.
I got really quick. I'm so sorry, but I have to. All right, Sean first. Why would you drink a coffee, even if it doesn't get you energized? Why not just drink something hydrating and stuff and just like do something that makes sense in life?
Because it's sterile and he likes the taste.
Because a Girl Scout coffee from Mary Lou's is better than getting my dick sucked.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Now I'm
Okay.
gonna turn my. All right, really quick. Water
So,
plate.
so now Justin's got to go to Mary Lou's right now.
I'll be right back. Hold
My
on, man.
God.
I got something. I
My
got something
God,
better,
he's
man.
right.
All right, hold on, Waterboy. Why would you drink something 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine at 7 o'clock, and then you complain that you're sometimes up to like 3 a.m. in the morning, and you say you have like anxiety issues? Are we even fucking trying in life?
I try so hard, dude.
Yeah,
my
you're
ass could drink a bang and go to sleep.
I will probably still be asleep at 10:30.
Yeah, but still, just don't do that. You know, like there's actual like your brain's not. You're not getting as good enough sleep as you could. I'm so sorry to even take it here. Just talk about the fucking podcast.
I'm not an idiot. You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
You know who else is an idiot?
Justin,
Tim,
it's got
because he's out back marking up the beer.
There we
When
go.
the
got
cooler door
electrolytes.
mysteriously opens, and he just decides that he wants to talk trash, and no one's there to hear it. All right, but someone left the door open, and he's like all pissed off. And Justin, psych, just kidding. Someone really is there, and they give him a fucking belly stab, and he falls on a stack of beer. Then we get guts exploding everywhere, and bear cans just spraying like it's a fucking Stone Cold promo.
Waste of fucking beer, dude.
Waste a beer, all right? Ain't no one throwing them those no fucking ringside, okay?
Come on.
Bub's now at a trash compactor, and he thinks it's Tim on the other side messing with him. Bub finds that it's not Tim and just like calls out, and he starts, I think he calls him catatonic, but as he does it, he gets ambushed from behind by the killer. And after a small struggle, he sticks Bub's head into the trash compactor, turning it into fucking Swiss cheese. Another gnarly fucking kill.
I just want to talk about this real fast.
Crazy.
Because,
1980 fucking 9, dude.
like I said, I worked in a grocery store and I had to be like the compactor guy. And obviously, so many times you always just think like, what you picture that, like, what would happen if you get stuck in there and something like that. And then like seeing this is just, oh man, just crazy.
Dude.
Fuck
Just
yeah,
crazy.
boys. Now, Randy is taking inventory in the meat locker. And do you guys notice this kind of bothered me? He's smelling the meat to determine what's going to go on sale and what isn't.
Yes.
Like, it's got another day left, maybe two.
Mark it down.
Yeah, those
Then
meat bags, man, they do that.
Yeah. Randy then finds a severed hand, and it's been all packed up like it's a steak ready for sale. Before Randy can panic, he's mounted on a fucking meat hook, ready to be all cut up and take it away. I believe it's Randy's hand that's been cut off and tossed into the meat locker, though. And then we see Tim out looking everywhere, trying to find Bub, and he's trying to find Randy, but they're nowhere to be found. He eventually makes his way into the attic looking for everyone, where he is scared literally shitless by a dying eyeless Danny. In a panic, he tries to run away and instead falls down the ladder right into a knife fight with our killer, only to be dragged away and put through their bone saw. Another gnarly fucking kill.
That kill, a top kill right there, I think.
Dude, holy shit. Talk about cleanup on Waterboy's turn.
Holy shit. Damn, I got to go after that.
Dude, it's just the mounting up of these kills leading up to this. It's so cheesy and just amazing, and I love it.
Awesome.
And it says something when a movie that's a B movie from 1989 inspires you to try and write your own movie.
Oh yeah,
it's
fuck yeah. All right, Waterboy, let's go. Stop.
All right. So we have Jennifer walking around looking for everybody, but obviously we know that they're all gone because they received their severance bonus.
I see what you did there.
Walking back into the meat locker room, oblivious to the scene around her, up until she finally bumps into somebody. Randy, hanging by the meat hook, with the killer looking at her. She runs and hides in the freezer, which is probably the dumbest idea I've ever seen for a movie in a while. There's only one way out of there. I'm not
Now,
quite sure which.
Dude, Waterboy, if we remake this movie and someone walks into a meat locker and someone's hung up on a meat hook and they're sitting there, how's that song go? I've been hanging around
Oh my god.
this whole time.
Wait, all right, we're gonna redo that next pod.
Yeah.
A hand pokes out to it possibly being the killer. Not sure how he may have gotten in there though, and blocks the door with Randy's body after grabbing a meat hook for protection. Always remember to use protection.
Mm-hmm.
Checking on Danny, but he's already checked out for the night as Jennifer notices the blood from the door.
Justin, you didn't even giggle at that.
Oh.
He told you to use protection when grabbing a meat hook.
All right, I'm sorry. I understand it. Thank you for saying it again. Oh, meat hook. Protection. It's like your meat.
it's like a condom joke.
Is that better? Is that fucking better?
Okay. Checking on Danny, but he's already checked out for the night as Jennifer notices the blood from the door and backing up and then falling down the shaft into a half-off sale with Tim's hats and trash cans, and also seeing Bub's crushed remains nearby as well. Back at the conveyor, we get Joe sliding in to give her a hand, or it would have been, but the conveyor heads back up with his body parts randomly falling apart and down. Finally, some more trauma with seeing Dave's sliced up head sitting on the beers in the freezer, but then the lights go out. Headlights are seen.
Dun, dun, dun.
Headlights are seen, and then we leave noticing the doors closed. Yeah.
Sorry.
Noticing the doors closed with Craig sneaking up on Jennifer, and she gets him in the neck with the meat hook, giving him her meat.
Well, that's what happens when you don't use protection.
I mean,
I was trying to say that. Damn it!
It's you so close.
Almost got it in. Almost
got it in there.
Bro, I got like the tip.
You got to spit on it.
Oh my god! Oh
we finally
guys. You can't talk about spitting on it. Delete.
That's what you took away from this.
Too far.
Guys,
The line.
we can't talk about spitting on it.
The line. Us.
Wait.
Did you spit on the line?
Wait, what line are we doing?
My dear God.
This is the 80s.
Hey, a lot of lines back then. Hey, we're at a grocery store. Sale week, bro.
You're so
Lots
dumb.
of lines, bro.
Yes. Oh my God. Can we just? This is ridiculous.
Justin already can't wait to sign off.
You can.
He's like, fuck you guys. I'll see you for season 3.
We finally see Bill, who we thought was knocked out earlier with Jennifer, being comforted with him calling the police. She then notices the blood on her and his hands and realizes that he's the killer the whole time.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's crazy about that store, and he was not about to give it up. And it was going to take out everybody at that store and pin it on Craig. Staying off between Bill and Jennifer, playing hide and go seek, with Bill even doing the story of the sandwich in one hand and the head in the other.
Crazy.
Craig actually coming in to save the day, telling her about what had happened and how he had got in, all while Craig's getting his ass, and then her escaping there with Craig getting his ass beat by a severed head. She makes her way out to the Jeep and she opens up the door and sees Linda there. And then Bill pulls her out from underneath the Jeep. And then just before he could cleave her, she stabs him in the chest, wondering where she got that knife. Going to the payphone, she attempts to call the police, but nope, Bill ain't dead yet. And he starts shaking and tips the booth over. And then Craig's final rescue attempt comes in and starts cleaving him out into the police arriving on the scene and then blaming them for being the killers because Bill was actually not dead just yet and blamed them for being the killers. So they were the ones who did it. And it ends with Jennifer's screaming. The end.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say the way you describe cleaving.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
That's a cleaving, yeah. Cleaving.
It just doesn't sound right.
I'm sorry.
I was cleaving.
All right. You let me know choice. Urban Dictionary, cleaving.
Justin, what'd you think about this movie?
All right, can I talk, or is he really like doing some cleaving?
Okay, I just looked up cleaving, and it just says term for LeBron James' first and potential future departures from Cleveland.
Because he's leaving Cleveland.
That just made the podcast.
Oh, my God, that was so dumb. This is such a dumb podcast, everyone. I apologize for every single thing here.
Justin, why don't you take us back down to checkout and let us know what's up?
So checking out on this podcast. I love this movie. I'm gonna give my rating right this second. I give this movie a 8.7. The setting in the grocery store at night is absolutely incredible. And like I said, for me, this is like so much nostalgia because I could like I remember working there. It was so awesome. The kills are gnarly, man. Absolutely gnarly. The music is great. The cinematography looks really good. There's actually gory. Do you like fun characters? They're here. Check. Do you like some of the characters are over the top, ridiculous? Check. We actually have like some suspense, like when people like they're actually like hiding it. There's actually some like really good funny parts. Check. Check it off the fucking list because every single thing you want in an 80s slasher is pretty much it. Maybe there was no nudity that sometimes they're added there, but
they could have thrown a titty in there.
Everything and even the killer, man. This dude gets so unhinged at the end, like absolute maniac. I love this movie. I love so many slashes, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But this is definitely in like my top 20 favorite 80s slasher movies.
Did Justin just give us an even number?
He did. He didn't say like this is my top 37.
It's my top 13.
So when I text you guys, I think I said top 39. And then a couple of minutes ago in my head, it was in my top 21, and it just moved up a spot. You caught me in the weird pivot moment where it just moved into the top 20.
All right,
like,
so I'm just gonna
nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. We should have had you go last, Justin, because you just covered everything that I was gonna say. This movie,
I know,
hands down, is like I've said earlier in the podcast, is so good that it has inspired me to try and write my own script based off of this movie called Grocery Girls. I love it. I watched it because the cover work, the artwork that presents itself like this right here,
so good,
hooked me, and I was like, 80s cheese. I want to watch this. I watched it, and now I watch it all the time, and I love it. And I give this an 8.7 as well.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah, dude. So I gotta say this. Without even seeing this movie, I'm so surprised that I never saw this movie. It's amazing. Like I said before, the cinematography, amazing. How they did all these different shots. I love the old sound effects that movies use. It just brings more suspense into the movies with the old style of sound. And everything about this movie was awesome. The kills, the gore, everything was perfect for an 80s cheese. And I'd definitely watch it again, 100% whenever it came on. I'm gonna give it an 8.4 out of 10.
Let's go.
Hell yeah! Thank you for introducing me.
You're welcome. I do believe I actually did put this on the Wheel of Terror, but I also want to say the reason I watched this movie. Obviously, 80 slashers like my things, and I judged a ton of them by the cover, and I own a ton of them. But this one I was actually late to, and I watched it because on the cover of one of the movies I saw this years ago, it said Bruce Campbell, and I was on a Bruce Campbell binge. I was trying to watch all the Bruce Campbell movies, and obviously not like obviously I've seen Evil Dead and stuff, but I was watching like My Name Is Bruce, like the man with the screaming brain or something. I was watching like all the different obscure Bruce Campbell movies, and I saw Intruder, and it had his name on the friggin' box. And I watched it, and I was so confused because I'm like,
you did what I did. I searched for him the entire movie.
Yeah, I was so.
And he's confused. Not. He's one of the cops at the end.
He's at the very last scene of the movie as a cop, which is whatever. It's just funny that he was literally put on a few different versions of it saying like starring Bruce Campbell, and I just happened to pick this when I was doing a Bruce Campbell like
Dude,
binge a long time ago.
This I think falls right. Sorry, Waterboy. This I think falls right into the same category as Chopping Mall, where it's such a fun, easy watch. And I think what these movies do so perfectly is they're a single location.
Yes.
Chopping Mall takes place in the mall. This takes place in the grocery store. There's not 20 different storylines you got to cover. There's not crisscrossing characters. It's one location, one group of people, and one big ass fucking problem. And we love it.
That.
I gave that an 8.7 as well. I gave these both an 8.7. I believe I gave Night of the Demons an 8.7 too in 1987.
1987, just for like 8.7s. I'm gonna fact check Justin right now.
Oh shit, I might be this one. I know this is 89. I'm thinking Night of the Demons is 87, and I might even say Chopping Mall would be 86.
Chopping Mall is an 8.7.
Oh shit.
And let's go to find Night of the Demons. 8.7.
Wow. Oh, let's go.
There we go. There we go.
I told you I'm on point with these 80 slashes. Anyone got any fun facts? All right, so I got basically this was shot in 2 weeks in obviously a real grocery store, but it was literally a store that they just shot after hours. I love the tagline because he's just crazy about that store, which is pretty awesome. And we got a Halloween tie-in. We're bringing back the Halloween.
We got a Halloween tie-in. Let's go.
We got a Halloween tie-in for this. We got the legend makeup effects man who's done stuff for like 40 years probably. This dude's done in the Walking Dead stuff and all the different movies. Greg Nicotero. He did the makeup effects in this movie, and he also did the makeup effects in Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. And this movie here was directed by Scott Spiegel, and it was about his own experience at the Walnut Lake Market. And he actually had a short slasher story called Night Crew, which was before this, and that movie was also inspired by a Halloween-like killer. So that's all I got.
So one of the fun facts that I do have, and I did mention this earlier in the podcast, the Paramount VHS cover, along with various other covers for videos and DVD releases, and as well as the film's trailer, all reveal the identity of the killer, thus spoiling the film's dramatic tension.
How could they do that? Why would they drop the ball like that?
Someone in the marketing department just dropped the ball heavy.
How do you drop the ball that bad on something like that?
The head in one hand and the sandwich in the other speech was previously used on Raising Arizona from 1987.
Nicolas Cage is in that, I believe.
And then the film was originally entitled The Night Crew, but distributors felt that the film would be more marketable if it was given a more generic slasher movie title. It was released as Intruder. I think The Night Crew could have worked.
Yeah, that was his short story. He originally wrote a short story how I used my Halloween, and it was a Halloween inspired killer based on his own, because he actually worked at the Walnut Lake Market in wherever his own home state was, maybe Michigan or something. I kind of forget what I read, but
all right, Hack Stab Slash. That about wraps this up, and this is the end of season 2. Next time you hear from us will be season 3. We've overcome a lot in season 2. Justin did not quit the podcast on us, which is a huge bonus.
Yes,
but we've survived 2 moves, one hell of a Christmas season. It has been up and down, left and right, in and out. You name it, we've done it. We've battled it. We've conquered it. Let's keep crushing, gentlemen. We slaughtered our goal for season 2 of 500 YouTube subscribers. We are currently at 609. Guys, we thrashed that goal by 109 subscribers. That is amazing, and I'm glad to be on this journey with you, gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
damn,
it's crazy. Never thought I would have, starting this up that long ago and going for this long. So many people end up quitting after like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
but after all the shit that we've gone through, and we're still going at it.
We're going for season 3. We're coming back for another one. We got renewed. You heard it here first. We got renewed, baby.
I'm just glad to do this with you guys. I look forward to our chats. Even though I see Justin's ugly mug every morning at work and he's got to deal with my shenanigans.
Yeah, we do see kind of a lot of each other.
Yeah, that's fine. It's cool.
Yeah. It's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
We
I
used to see
do
Waterboy.
enjoy doing this with you guys. I look forward to our Sunday chats. I look forward to picking out movies. And I just want to say thank you.
Yeah,
Hey.
shit. I don't do emotions.
He does.
Yeah, I know.
Justin cried that one time almost.
It's also fun with
just high five. Just
It's
ready. Group 5.
no,
One,
just
two.
bring it in. Just bring it in. Just bring it in.
Just
Just bring it in. Come on. There we go.
I don't want to look at your chest.
I just man. That way.
I was trying to reenact the Step Brothers scene.
Well, he just reenacted that cable guy.
What is it?
Carrie put his nipple on it.
when Will Ferrell stands up and he
Yeah.
walks over to his potential stepdad and he's like, "I call you dad," and he goes to like shake his hand and then he's like, "Fist, nope, okay, bye," and just leaves him fucking hanging.
Jesus.
All right, guys, I'm Hacky. That's Stabby. This guy over here is
Just Justin.
one of these
Season
days he
three.
will be slashy.
Season 3.
3. That's 6. 3.
3. Adios.
Peace.
Later.
All right, what are we doing next?